Well, it's a Saturday night, and I got nowhere to go. Got no money to blow. Yeah, it's Saturday night. Saturday night, I got nowhere to go. Yeah, man, got nowhere to go. Saturday night. Saturday night, I got nowhere to go. Yeah, man. Another version of the life and times of Garbage Can Gary. The last time I did this, I got real down and personal. Talked about some really serious shit. And anyway, I have a need to continue on with the last thing I did. I talked about post-traumatic stress disorder, and I talked about being a satanic ritual abuse survivor. And man, did I feel good, man. There's a lot of things I don't understand about since it's like probably the last 27 years of my life. I been doing a crazy walk. I have PTSD and I'll have flashbacks and everything like that. And, oh, wow, man. It's crazy. And a lot of people really don't understand. Or some very kind and decent people could not handle hearing what I had to say. Part of being a satanic ritual abuse survivor, something's happened. Like satanic ritual abuse. The definition basically is somebody is sexually, emotionally, physically, and spiritually abused with in use of mind control techniques, being exposed to sexual abuse in extreme fucking ways. Think of the most perverted thing that you ever fantasized about and it actually happening to you. Examples: sex with dead animals, sex with dead human beings, different human body parts used on you. Like there's a long list of different things that could happen. And then there's the emotional abuse. Emotional turmoil inflicted on a young person for a long period of time. Then there's the physical abuse from torture, different kinds of torture, everything like that, man. And then there's spiritual abuse. Satanic ritual abuse, usually most satanic rituals are the opposite of anything Christian. So if you're a Christian, you can understand. Look at the cross. Look at Jesus on the cross, and that bastardized, that symbol used in the opposite. Jesus is supposed to be love. Well, I imagine a young kid being taught love is pain, love is hate, love is this, like whatever, And mind control, using staging something in front of the kid, and then I don't know, it's hard to explain. If anybody's interested, just type in satanic ritual abuse on Google and see what comes up, if you can handle it. Type up Satanism and see what comes up. Anyway, I have a need to do this. Some people say, don't do this, man, don't do this. But with Satanism, there's a certain amount of untruth, certain amount of cold, of silence or something, it's unbelievable. Some of the acts that satanic ritual abuse, people find it really hard to believe because there's no evidence. There's no scientific fact that a satanic ritual happened. Most cases that I've read about, and mine included, there's no scientific proof. There's no evidence. Like when I talk about what happened to me, there is no evidence. Like I've watched and was forced to participate in a human sacrifice. I can tell you the details. I can't tell you in the context of time or when, how old I exactly was, because whatever I experienced distorted a whole bunch of things, There's a lot of distortions in that, somebody in my journey to get help and deal with it, I remember looking on the internet and there was false memories and pertaining to cases that have come up in court that they said, these memories are false and everything like that. I'm not interested in the specific accuracy of my memories. There's no way this is ever good. I will ever sit in a courtroom and and tell my story. It just won't happen. What I'm interested is like even some of the memories I've had might be distorted, might not even be factual, but I can't prove it. But I need to talk about it. Anyway, so I had these experiences in my life. Just recently, I felt like I was just thinking, I wish I could put a gun to my fucking head. There's no particular reason, but I want to put a gun to my head. I forget that feeling, man. Just end it. Just end it. Boom, boom, Put this. There was a time I had this starting pistol, couldn't put any real bullets in it, but I'd put the metal up against my head and just pull the trigger and I'd just, yeah, man. Oh, that felt good. Times I wanted to take cigarettes and butt them on my arm. I'd take a piece of glass and just cut my face, all the whatever. For me, satanic ritual abuse, healing from that satanic ritual abuse stuff has not been easy. I was, he was clean, so I was like 32 years old. when I started getting these flashes out of the blue. Just happened. And I didn't know what was going on. Am I fucking crazy? Am I schizo? Oh. And it's been a hell of a fucking journey since, man. I really don't care right now if anybody hears me. It's just, I'm talking to the wind. I'm talking to the creator. I'm whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Wow, man, it's just interesting. Just interesting. You know, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I phoned a lady who's a ritual abuse survivor too, and just says, told her I need just to talk to her. You know, I need people just to, so I can talk and be fucking wacko, and they don't need to, just go, yeah, okay, cool, man. Live in a society that's all go, what are you gonna do? How can I help you? Nobody can really help me. And this thing going away up until even today, even we're having a good day, I'm still affected by it. If I can move my camera around, which I'm not going to do, but my computer around, we'll just look at the state of my house. Hey, Ed, how's it going? I'm sitting here doing psychotherapy. If you're uncomfortable hearing, I might get talking. I'm talking about being a satanic ritual abuse survivor. If you feel free, if you can't handle what I gotta say and how I gotta say it, whatever, man. Just a warning. I wish I could put across the screen. Advisory: if you can't handle a real scary story, don't listen to it. Feel free to say goodbye. The last little bit I talked about, there's part of what keeps on coming back these days when I have my PTSD flares up, is having a gun to my head. 48 times. This is my memories anyway. I don't know if it actually happened that many times. Could be it happened once and I'm remembering 48 times, different times. I don't know. Feeling like I have a memory where they put a gun in front of my face. It was a 38. They opened the chamber, put a bullet in and spun it in and then stuck it in and put it to my head and pulled the trigger. And it happened more than once because, I just remember the feeling, like deep feeling, like, it's just like, fuck. And then like a young kid and just like, anyway. Some days I'll sit there and hear a bang and I just like get all fucked up, man. Somebody dropped something one time and I just almost flipped out. Been a few times where I feel like I just put my finger up to my head and just want to fucking pull the trigger. So it's 27 years I've been doing a crazy work. And I'm a member of a 12-step program, and they talk about God and how much I need to believe in a power greater than myself. There's no human power that's going to relieve me of my alcoholism and drug addiction. And every time I try to get close, I believe in a God, But every time I try to communicate and get close and feel connected, I get this reaction. And then it's, that feeling, it goes back to when I was a kid. From what I remember, and it's cloudy and it's confusing sometimes. I was around 13 years old. How it started, I don't know, and how it ended, how I survived it, I don't know. Just have these things that make me want to puke and want to die. I don't know why it's so hard. People talk about sexual abuse, whatever. But I add on, yeah, man, along with being sexually abused, I was also witness to somebody else being sexually abused. They put a gun to my fucking head, said if you don't participate, you're gonna fucking die. And then sometimes I'll sit there and get vivid memories, even during the day. I'll rest and close my eyes, and there's an image of the altar and the dead body on the altar. Blood all covered. I could feel the blood on my face. I can feel the blood. I was, covered in blood and everything like that. I don't know why I need to do this on Facebook. It's public. I'm public in Facebook. Anybody can watch this. Anybody, who wants. Part of a real important component that I have to break, and the way I choose, which is important. I choose to do this. And I really don't give a fuck what social appropriateness is, or what's supposed to be, or the moral thing. If you can't, I got a philosophy. If you can't hear what I have to say, take a walk. Fuck off. It's interesting, man. Satanic ritual abuse continues to be perpetrated on young children, babies, and a whole lot of people because of the unbelievable nature. Most of the time I come off being fucking crazy, psychotic or whatever, man. I could probably fit 3 or 4 or 5 different definitions in the diagnostic manual. Bipolar, antisocial behavior, disorder, just a lot of different, addict, alcohol, or whatever, man. They want to treat. Give me a pill, man. Oh, yeah, I got attention deficit disorder, man. Give me a pill. Give me some amphetamine-based drugs to just whatever, man, to keep me level. Pump me full of it. Give me that shot in the ass once a week so modicate so I steal, Levojactyl so I can sit there, be a vegetable. The same thing a satanic cult would do to a kid. Drug him up, man. Drug him up, control him, and I go, fuck that, man. Or throw me in jail. Put me in a, I'm too uncontrollable, put me in a special handling unit or something. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I used to talk when I'd go to recovery meetings about how, man, I'd probably feel it'd be okay with me to play the Birdman of Alcatraz. Anybody's watched that movie, the guy doing a life sentence in Alcatraz and he's stuck in his solitary cell. It's like, by grace, I never had to go that way, man. I talked the last thing I did about not having identity, a solid identity in my, this, me and them, and it is like, it's extreme, man. When I'm by myself, I'm okay. When I'm around other people, man, I'm fractured, man. Like, then people say, well, let it go, let it go. Well, fuck, man. Like, I can talk about it today, man. But it's just like, when I start talking about it, people don't want to hear about it. It's a fucking ugly thing to talk about, man. I have a PTSD experience, man. I'm that kid with that they put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger, man. But I'm not myself. I'm not living in the moment today. It's then where I'm at. It's hard to explain, man. Some people do understand, but I don't know. I don't know until people start talking about it. I never found another satanic ritual abuse survivor until I opened my fucking mouth and said, yeah, I survived that shit, man. I'm a survivor. Satanic ritual abuse. A lot of people talk about sexual assault, being molested, this and that, incest, this and that, but I can relate to all that, man. I say, yeah, I am too. I dealt with being, somebody clapping a few off me when I was a kid, younger. Different things, abusive stuff that happened to me in a sexual level. I've been able to go and say I was molested and this and that. Now, the last thing to deal with, as far as the abuse I went through, was the fact that I was abused in a satanic thing. Well, what does that have to do with today? I need God. But every time I try to get connected, I want to puke. I want to fucking kill myself. I want to, and it bleeds into my fucking life, man. I'm 59 years old. And I'm getting too old to have kids. It's a little, gotta be realistic. I can't have kids. I'm not stable enough. You gotta be fucking stable and not fucking looned like I am. Hey, Kelly. I see that you joined. I'm talking on subject matter that might make you feel uncomfortable. So just let you know, I'm talking about how satanic ritual abuse affects me and my struggle with it, and even I don't know what it is, what's going to be talked about, and about healing and just being, and so I'm trying to keep it tame. I'm trying not to get all fucked up. Just so you know. Anyway, it's nice to see your name there. If you do want to, Ed and Kelly, if you just want to type a hello or something like that, or something, that would be important to me. I don't know, I don't know. I've never been on the other end of this live event watching somebody else and making comments and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm damaged goods. Just recently I was out at a retreat. I had a post-traumatic experience. I really felt like I wanted to die. I did the right thing. I shared it. I felt scared. I phoned, uh, I phoned a friend and he asked, "Are you okay?" And I just don't know. I do know I'm having a good day today. Had coffee with one of my sisters in recovery. It was a beautiful experience. It was just wonderful. Kind of right on, man. But that stuff is always right here, man. Right on my shoulder. Never know. It's kind of like I'm afraid to walk out the door of my place some days because I don't know. Talk about living in the moment. Enjoy the moments as they come, man. I had a neat experience. I'm not feeling good. I feel like I want to die. I write poetry. And I was one of the things that throughout the years, the last 27 years, psychologists and people try visualize a safe place. Just visualize a place you can go to in your mind, that's in your heart and soul, that's safe. I've never been able to do that. Well, anyway, I've been writing some poetry the last little while. And I'm reading it after I wrote it. I got tears in my eyes because it was so fucking beautiful. Anyway, I want to share right now something I wrote that is a vision, that is a safe place. But I can't touch it visually in my head because of the Satan, the influence, the PTSD, and it's triggering. So when I write, I just, boom, let the spirit run through me. It was golden on my dreams. Children playing, mountain meadows and streams, misty valleys in the early morning, the eagles soaring to the heavens, golden are my dreams. When I like just saying that, I feel like beauty, and I can feel, yeah, man, that's cool. So now I got my safe place. It's when I write my words. And another one, I can't remember the whole thing, but it was the idea of freedom. Run, run with the wind. Let freedom be your song. Run, run, run with the wind. Run, run, run with the wind. Let freedom be your song. Freedom. Yeah, man, I'm an old hippie kind of fucking guy. And, yeah. Anyway, I gotta get back on track, man. I try to explain to people, man. I gave up. There was a period there I gave up, man. I went to a meeting at noon one. It was yesterday, I think. I'm walking past St. Joseph Cathedral, the big Catholic church. And for some reason I walked in there. And I'm sitting there and I get my phone on, I text a friend and say, well, I'm sitting in the church, the big one. I feel like asking for a priest. I'm wondering if the same thing's going to happen the last time I see. Because the last time I sat in that cathedral, I asked to see a priest. And the only thing I really remember of that situation is I wanted to burn the fucking church down. So I'm sitting there afraid that, that I'm going to flip out, and I'm watching these people doing the signs of the cross around the church. And I'm looking at this big church and I'm saying, what's this all about, man? I was baptized a Catholic and I did my first communion and all that shit. And it's like, yeah. And so I go, oh, I'll go find out there's the office next to the main part of the church. I went in there and I says, man, I kind of need some help. I'm a satanic ritual abuse survivor. And so somebody who knows about that I can talk to. Because the church has got this thing, there are people that do exorcisms and stuff, And I had a very, very good talk with this priest. I walked out of there, I'm going, holy cow. I wish I could explain. I go, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just fucked up. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm still a fuck up, but I'm still okay. And I'm going, wow, man. You hang in long enough, thy will, not mine, be done. What a gift. I actually walked out of there feeling that freedom, man. Anyway, I learned most of my life I've had good feelings, I've had good times. I've had a bunch of beautiful spiritual experiences. I've done ceremonies, been to Sundance, done, when I'm asked, I do to the best of my ability. For me, doing what I'm doing right now and what I did the last time I did the live event is, hey God, this is my prayer. Just talking like I'm talking right now, man. I don't need to go Our Father and all this other stuff. I don't need to do elaborate things, man. I just know that I just gotta just do this. I need to forgive something. The last thing I did, I mentioned, oh yeah, somebody asked me this satanic thing, was it my parents? I said, no. If it was my parents, I'd kill them. And I talked about a fantasy I had of running into the people that did the shit to me. And then, my fantasy is, if I ever remember who they are, they're still alive, and I run into them, man, I'm going to inflict pain beyond imagination on this person. And I can say that in a cold, I don't fucking matter of fact way. I don't know if that's right or wrong or whatever. It could be one reason I'm not remembering more of the details, more of the shit. And it's, it's there. Maybe that's what I need to be able to feel guilty about even thinking that. I just celebrated 35 years. And I'm going, wow, man. How did I even want to fucking stay clean the last 27 years? Should have been locked up. I'm taken care of. I'd never had any. I felt like using drugs. I've wanted to end it. Nothing that it would be wonderful just to do my drug of choice one last time, but no, man. Run, run with the wind. Let freedom be your song. Run, run with the wind. Fly to the sky like the eagle so proud. I'm making this up as I'm going along, man. It's just like, wow. Run, run. Run long, run hard. Run, run, run with the wind. Let the pain come. No pain, no gain. When I go through my episodes, I feel that intense self-loathing, I want the intense fucking fear, man. Just like, it's intense, man. I can't, it's like kinda, I go, wow, man. I don't want this. But I got, people say you got a choice. I don't. It's gonna come. I used to have that every single day for days on end. I've been periods the last 27 years. I couldn't sleep. I'd want to fucking just. I even punched myself a few times. And I remember, I can't sleep. I bang my head against the wall, just like whatever, man. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable because there's two meat people here, man. And anyway, I'm not going to hold back. You two, Ed and Kelly, if you're still listening, I'm going to trust that you know when to turn me off. I got to do this, man. I don't know why. And I got to be public about it, man. I'm tired of just trying to be. I don't cry very much, man. I cried when I just want to get aggressive. I just flipped out and punched somebody in the head or something, man. I'm so grateful that I'm not physically strong. I have to be not physically strong because I can, if I burst one of my assault charges, I really didn't do anything wrong. I flipped out. I was triggered. I had him by the hair and I'm punching him in the head 15 times. I got my knee behind in the back of his head and I'm pulling his by the hair and just like I'm trying to snap his neck and it's like just like that it happened. He didn't. Anyway, thank God I got the program and after a while after that happened, we were sitting there talking and connecting and being okay with each other. That's one thing I love about the program, man. If I flip out like that, every time I flipped out and got in fight, flipped out on somebody, I have a friendship with them today. Because, the program teaches me I gotta somehow make amends, take responsibility, own up, man. But, I love that, man. I'm just like, I don't have to worry, man. A lot of people have said I have no recovery because I'm alone. I'm flippy. One guy I got that happened with, uh, I'm always laughing, man. I buy bootleg cigarettes off him, and we have a good relationship, man. We acknowledge each other's respect for each other. Yeah, it's cool, man. Ah, fuck, man. I surely haven't wanted my life to last a little while. I see people coming into recovery doing so much better than me. God, that's clean time too, but that's, and I go, wow, man, that's beautiful. And I like having that light when I look on the screen there where I can't see my face. Oh, I'm spiritual. Yeah. This light's right, like right in here. When the way the light is back here, it's kind of hide my face. So if I feel like crying, I can just go like that. I don't do bug juice, so I gotta allow myself to bug out. It's gotta be okay. People, I talk about, I put myself down a lot. But I must love myself. I must, like, some days my feelings. One thing important to me, when I see something beautiful, I know intellectually what beauty is. I know what love is. But I don't feel it. I am a very creative person. I like beautiful poetry. I like beautiful stuff. People tell me I should be published or this or that, man. It touches their heart. They give me thanks. And lots of times I go, yeah, that's cool. I don't feel it. I was 5 years clean. I remember holding a little baby. Not fucking all I remember is scared. I'm holding that baby and I'm just like fucking freaking out, man. I was afraid I was gonna drop it or something, but I guess babies are a little bit more, not as fragile as it's like, and I'm shaking. Now I'm thinking about Jesus. I never had that chance to be a father. Hold my own child in my arms after it's born, hear it crying, and first time, and the whole thing about life. One thing I honor is that it's just, I made a promise to myself a long, long time ago. There's no way I'm ever going to put a kid through what I went through. And I kept that promise, man. When I go to my grave, whenever that is, I'll feel good about that, man. That cycle of addiction and abuse and all that shit ends with me. But the only thing I'm guilty of is making some women feel uncomfortable because I love looking at women. I love, but sometimes the way I do is really ignorant. I acknowledge that. My sisters in recovery honor me because I'm an honorable man. They shut me. They tell me to smarten up when I'm being that when that male sexist pig part of me comes out, and I'm learning how to watch women and not just looking at their asses, but their eyes, their nose, the whole package. If that's all I'm guilty of, man, I stand accused and I plead guilty. My hand stays where, if it's going to touch an ass, it's going to be me, my own ass. I can be okay today. Tomorrow, I don't know. I just don't know. A song by the Velvet Underground called Heroin. There's a line in there. I always relate things to me. I just don't. What did it go? Heroin. Anyway, some words there, and then it's, I just don't know. I just don't know. I should have lived 1,000 years ago. Anyway, that's my step one song. I listen to that once in a while, I'm grateful that for 35 years I haven't given my life over to the disease of addiction. As far as drugs are concerned. The first act of love for myself, stay clean, no matter what. I don't have good self-esteem. I don't have a lot of skill. I got lots of skills, but because I spin out too much, I can't follow through on a lot of things. I got great capacity for compassion, understanding, and creativity. What I do affects other people. Just got told a poem I posted on Facebook. A lady said that's her song, so I gave her the poem. So you do whatever you want with it. Run, run with the wind. Let freedom be your song. I wish I had to remember the words, man. Well, I don't know what else to say, man. I like to end when I do these live events, I like to end with a little bit of spiritual. I can't find my flute, but I'm not going to play my flute tonight. Anyway. I'm going to end it a little bit of spiritual psychobabble. That's what I call it, Just do a little rant on spiritual something or another. And I always think of the song Imagine. And I live in a fractured world, man. Racism, people putting down immigrants, wars because of this and because of that, and there's always this terrorist shit and everything like that. Same kind of shit I grew up with, in the 60s. And anyway, this song called Imagine by John Lennon. And a line in there that I always think, really important. Anyway, nothing to live for, nothing to die for. Just being, I can't remember the exact words. Just for today. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. I can't change the world, but what I can do is change the contribution I make to it. I do my best on a daily basis not to add to the bullshit and live that song in my heart, and not only sit there and use it as a prayer. I try to walk it to the best of my ability. I do sweat lodge, and there's a little line when I go into the sweat lodge. The way I go, the way I was taught, we say "mitak awesome," and that's the way I pronounce it. It's Lakota Sioux, and I don't pronounce it exactly right, but it's basically in English it means all my relations. Spirit is very important. Without some kind of understanding of a creator or God or whatever you want to call it, I would have go boom a long time ago. Or maybe not me, but somebody else. I would have taken him with his life or something. And I always remember that. Always. And I honor my clean time, even though it doesn't feel good. The gift, the most important gift I was ever given by the Creator was February 15th, 1983. Five months later, my brother died of a heroin overdose. That was, as hard as that was at the time of my life, it was a gift. I don't think I'd be clean if my brother never died. And then all my sisters. Right now, it's very important. My relationship, with my sisters in recovery. I honor them. I honor them. Very sacred. Very, very sacred relationship I have with them. So far, 3 important ones. Really, really important relationships I have with the women in my life. Power to the brotherhood, power to the sisterhood, and psychobabble. I'm a long-winded motherfucker. But you don't need to listen. You don't need to share whatever. Just be you. And if all of us are just being ourselves, that's wonderful, man. Freedom. Run, run. Let freedom be your song. Whatever that means to you. You, and you. Run, run with the wind. Let freedom be your song. Someday, that's going to be a song. That's going to... Run, run with the wind, let freedom be your song. Run, run with the wind, let freedom be your song. That's my mantra for the night. Run, run with the wind. Feel it. Experience it. How do you explain something that you can't understand? God. No rhyme or reason. I'm a dirty little white boy with a Lakota Sioux heart. I've been graced with the privilege to sit in a lodge and pray. I've been privileged as a white man to be able to dance at a Sundance with my native brothers and sisters. I'll never forget that. I honor you. I honor myself. Have a good night. And if you're Kelly and Ed, if you have been listening, I really appreciate it. I really, really love you from my heart. Peace. Mitakuyasu.